good stuff. Please hit the share button. Hit the bell button so you could be notified and all that good stuff. So I was gonna stay away from this. Many people have asked me to cover this, but you know what? I was gonna stay away from it, but I thought, you know what? So many people have asked me my opinion on it, so let's just do it live, okay? So, the Paris Olympics, controversy rises over women's boxing gender policy. Okay, let's get into it.
An Olympic controversy feared and foreseen. Punches as ferocious as the row. A bout that faced calls to be blocked, and in the end was abandoned after just 46 seconds. Italian Angela Carini could take no more, feeling unfairly overpowered by Iman Khalif. Why this attempt to offer consolation was rejected. The Algerian cleared to compete in Paris despite being disqualified from the World Championships last year after failing an unspecified gender eligibility test. We saw...
So, again, they're not saying that the lady in question, the Algerian lady, forgive me, I've forgotten her name, is transgender, but they are saying that she failed gender eligibility test. So again, when you're listening to the words and the language, it's like technically she's done nothing wrong, technically, but at the same time, like, has she got a physical edge on the other people that have passed the gender eligibility test? It's interesting. Let's see.
Leaving awaiting checks on a potentially broken nose. Leaving the venue, Angela Carini doesn't want to speak. She was heard saying inside that this fight is unjust. It's already being seen as one of the most contentious contests ever at an Olympics. Recently, it was this Australian boxer facing Khalif.
It's not fair to target an individual. It's not fair to put other people at risk. So, it needs to be helped.
So, okay. For some reason, the Algerian lady, and again, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. The Algerian lady, she failed the test. But on what grounds did she fail the test? What does she have or don't have which led her to fail the test? And does she have a physical advantage? Because boxing or any combat sport, when you're punching towards people, you're attacking people, you're trying to hurt people. Now, the only advantage you should have really is your skills, fitness, IQ and all the other stuff. You're better than the person. But for you to have any type of enhancement, that's where things can get dangerous. So again, when she was tested, what did she have which led them to ban her in a previous competition? And if she had a particular thing which gives her an advantage, how is she allowed to participate in this Olympics? Now, then we have to think about, okay, where has she come from? She lives in Algeria. Now, those type of places, they have a low tolerance to certain things. They're not very open-minded when it comes to certain things, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm a little bit torn with this one. I don't know what to say. Now, when you're looking at the Algerian lady, forgive me, she does, in her facial features, she does come across a bit masculine, okay, and I'm respectfully, like, even, her body language, it does come across masculine, but at the same time, like, people are raised with boys, brothers, whatever, so they take on certain characteristics, do you know what I mean? So it's hard. Now, these other girls are saying that, man, this girl hits really, really hard and, there's an advantage. But then, once you've been punched in the face by someone really, really strong, it's like, you know, regardless of whatever their gender is, it's just a strong punch. So again, I would like to believe that, you know, the governing bodies would not be putting a person in this type of competition with a like a physical advantage, you know, like you know, extra testosterone or something. Do you know what I mean? I would like to believe that everybody is tested, so everybody has a level playing field. But let's continue.
The conversation needs to be had at the highest level.
Olympic organisers fear a witch hunt, insisting if it says female in your passport, you can compete as a woman.
The testosterone is not the perfect test. Many women can have testosterone which is in what would be called male levels, and still be women and still compete as women. So this panacea, this idea that suddenly you do one test for testosterone and that sorts everything out, not the case, I'm afraid.
Complicating the issue is an IOC integrity dispute with World Boxing's governing body. Clarity is needed according to the boss of athletics, which has guidelines dealing with high levels of testosterone.
You know, if you have a clear-cut policy, then however tough that decision is to arrive at, you have the policy. If you don't, then that.
So what they're saying is that she was born a woman, she is a woman is in her passport, so she is eligible to fight. And you can't dispute that, you know, you can't dispute that, regardless of however her physiology is, regardless of, you know, how she looks aesthetically. If she's born a woman, she's a woman, and she should be eligible to compete. So I'm not too sure where this controversy comes from. She does look masculine for sure, and I mean that respectfully. I'm not, you know, if there's a better word for it, please leave it in the comments below. If there's a better word for me to describe, you know, a lady that has, you know, masculine features, but I don't know, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. So just let me know. But it's a tough one. So what I just need, I'm gonna try and find out exactly what she failed for, which didn't make her eligible to compete in another competition. Because if they was basing it just off of certain testosterone levels, as they say, some women have higher testosterone levels than others, you know, and it is what it is, and they should be allowed to fight. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough, like, because if they're saying, okay, well, if you can only compete if you have a certain level of testosterone, then, you know, it is what it is. But then if you're going to be doing it on testosterone, there's certain men with low testosterone and they can fight. So it's then you're going to kind of eliminate the sex categories, and it's just going to be, okay, testosterone bans now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know how you have weight differences, you're going to have testosterone bands now. So if you testosterone between this and this level, you can compete, and you're this and this level. Do you know what I mean? So this is where it gets a bit, it can get a bit silly. But
Challenge, and boxing has a challenge, of course.
Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni complained that Carini was not able to fight on an equal footing, but Algeria's Olympic Committee criticised malicious attacks on Khalif. It's complex for the sport and spectators.
The Olympics is showing off what the human body can do, then why actually are we still doing it based on a binary when we know that there are so many differences?
If you have a high level showing that you are, you know, stronger, let's say, you have to be in a different category.
The IC wants rules based on scientific evidence, but what makes a fair fight? Does a potential strength advantage outweigh the desire to be inclusive? Rob Harris, Sky News, Paris.
well, a strength advantage, that doesn't make sense, you know, because there's people of the same weight that are just more physically stronger. Their genetics are different, they've trained different, you know, they're going to be stronger. It's not about strength, it's about are these two women? Do you know what I mean? And can they participate? Can they compete against each other? And which one of these women is the better boxer? That's it. Now, if the lady in question was born a man, that's different. But if she was born a woman, what can we say? Now, there are what's it again? There are people on the internet apparently claiming that she is intersex. Now, I don't know enough about, being intersex for me to comment. But if you are intersex, yeah, but you're technically categorized as a woman, does that give you a manly masculine advantage? If you know anything about this, please leave the comments down below. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. And let's use this story and use my platform as a place to learn and to grow. Do you know what I mean? Guys, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's free. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you know anything about, the intersex, I don't know if it's a gender or, whatever you will categorize it. But if you know anything about it, let me know. And would that give a female intersexual fighter, if that's even a term, an advantage, like a physical advantage, because again, I don't know how it works. A lot of people are slandering, and the thing is, when it comes down to the Olympics and stuff, I think it's kind of lost, what it used to be. Proofread the title. What, my title? I can edit it, don't worry about that. But thank you though, thank you. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, that's that, guys. That's that. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are on that. There's a lot of people that's come into the boxing thing and they're heartbroken. Their goals was to, live their Olympic dreams, and they feel robbed. They feel like they've been set up unfair playing field. I hope it is pure. I hope there isn't no funny business going behind the scenes. Because it'll be wrong if that is. But yeah. That's one of them things right now. We'll see. During a boxing match, her opponent Angela Carini claimed her nose might have been broken by a powerful punch by Imani Khalif after insisting she could not fight on. Yeah. So the Imani Khalif, she was disqualified from the World Championships in 2023 after failing to meet gender eligibility criteria. Why? Do you know what I mean? Why? So let's try to see why Imani Khalif, why she failed. Let's see. Let's see if I can find out why she failed test. Okay, the IBA have their eligibility rules for testosterone levels, so a sex test, and Khalif had raised levels of testosterone which did not enter in their eligibility criteria. She was not allowed to compete. So how high are we talking? How high are we talking? Like, are we talking about high to the point where she's literally on a typical average man level. Is that what we're talking? Or, do you know, and what are the levels? Do you know, what are the levels? How high? Because if she had, because there's so many different females that have higher testosterone levels. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if she's female with a higher level of testosterone and there's not been no foul play, no doping, there's not too much. It's a technicality. It's a technicality. You know, if she's got birth certificate where she's categorized as a female and she has high level of testosterone, unfortunately, it's a technicality. You know, this is very different. I think, who was the transgender boxer that fought? Transgender boxer. Gender boxer. See, I typed in transgender boxer and the Amani Khalif comes up. She's not trans. She's not trans. She's not categorized as trans. You know, I believe she was born a woman. It's a technicality. You know, she might have male level testosterone, but she's not transgender. So that's kind of not fair. That's not fair. They're calling her a biological male. She's not Am I wrong? Leave a comment down below and tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she is a biological male, then it's wrong. If she was born a man, it's wrong. If she was born a female but she has high level testosterone, it's a technicality. It's a technicality. But I'm trying to find there was a female boxer, transgender boxer. Yeah. Transgender boxer Patricio Manuel. So, she's transgender boxer. He literally looks, because I would assume he's a female that's done what it took and did the treatment to become a male, and I wouldn't ever know. By looking, you wouldn't know that he's, how he was born. And and I believe in this fight. He gets knocked out. That's what I believe. No, is this not the one? No, he won that one. There's one where he got knocked out and people was, talking about it. People was talking about it. But yeah, whatever. And that, I don't know what to say. It's a tough one. Again, what I will say is if you're categorized, if you're born a female, it's a technicality. If you're born a male and you, you took surgery and stuff like that, and now you're competing, yeah, that's kind of unfair. But I'll leave that one there. I'll leave that one there. But are you guys, any of you guys watching the Olympics right now? How are you guys finding it? The only real sport that I'm into, and I haven't really managed to get time to see, is the boxing. But I heard that the judges are doing real shocking jobs, shocking work. That's what I heard. How are you finding it? In the other sports, is the judging good? How is it? Is it entertaining? You know, how are the athletes? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah. But they are literally just they're literally just bashing this person, bro. Yeah. I'll leave this live here, and I'm just gonna come back with another live.